Okay guys, so today we're going to be talking about ball striking, and we're going to talk about a real simple sort of drill that you can do that will improve your ball striking dramatically. Now this video has also been prompted by a student of mine who shared some of the statistics that they recorded using the application Hole 19. Now I've recently teamed up with Hole 19. Hole 19 is an application you can download to your phone, and it's got loads of fantastic features. It's absolutely free to download, and you can use it as a GPS. So you can use it when you're going around, it tells you the distances to hazards, distances to the green, but you can also use it to record your statistics. And recording your statistics then, quite simply, will sort of show you areas to improve. Now, one of the students that shared some information with me said that they were really struggling with some of the short approach shots. And the reason for this was because of contact. And that's why I wanted to do this drill. Now, what's happening to control contact, I would say, is a lot to do with how your hands are moving in the golf swing. And to best help you visualize this, I'm just going to go back to my little bit of sort of rope or string here. And what I'm going to do is I've lassoed it together, pop it over my head and pop my lead hand through the hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to I've only got a lofted club here, like a pitching wedge, and I'm just going to take my left hand off, just keep my right hand on, but just going to try and keep the tension here. And the reason for this is just so you guys can really understand the importance of width coming in towards this downswing area. Now, as what was happening with my student, the contact was poor, so he was noticing he was either hitting the ground or catching the ball too thin. And the problem is when you hit the ball thin is it produces much less spin on the ball, so it goes too far. So he's either coming up short with bad contact or going too long with bad contact. So what I wanted him to do is I wanted him to get this sort of feeling. As he's coming in towards the downswing, we've got to try and make sure we're getting those hands over the ball like so. But when we're doing this, can you see the way the string has tension? Okay, meaning what was happening with my student is his hands were too high, like this. And can you see the way this is really, really floppy? Now, I did a video recently where I talked a lot about the pivoting action, and all these things are quite interlinked, as I'm sure those of you that have watched the YouTube channel would be aware of. So what was happening in my student is he was really firing this trail hit forward. That meant the shoulder was going up, and that meant he couldn't really get his hands down. So his hands ended up getting stuck to the side of him. That's why you see this is all sort of limp. We don't want that, because the club's either going to hit the ground early or it's going to hit the top of the ball. So what we want to do is get the feeling that we're just allowing our weight to shift towards that lead side, keep the tension here, and that helps you control the low point. So like with a lot of my students, whether that's online and some of my members that have recently joined my membership program, we talk a lot about these sort of drills and exercises. And one of the things that I'm always trying to get them to do, especially when it comes to the impact area, is to get this feeling that you're really trying to extend your arms. Okay, now that literally means extend your arms, okay, and you can practice that. So you might start with a bit of the rope, and then you might just sort of put your hands together like so, and just get the feeling of pushing, pushing your hands down towards the floor as if you're extending your arms, because that's going to help you control the low point. You're never going to control low point doing this type of move, okay? You need to be moving progressively towards that lead side as you're allowing your arms to straighten, similar to what I'm demonstrating here, like so, okay? And then you can incorporate that feeling, so you can hit some shots just focusing on this impact area. Just brush the ground, brush the ground. See the way I'm really extending my arms into the floor. And then you can take that sort of feeling down towards the range, and all of a sudden what you're going to notice is a big improvement when it comes to contact. So hopefully the explanation really helps. Let me know how you get on, but you really want to be thinking about straightening these arms, but just make sure you're pivoting well, because it helps you straighten them in the correct location as opposed to something like this. See you soon.